Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today is August 3rd, 2022. And today is Wednesday morning, so looking at the highlights of the day. Oil remaining weak at the bottom of the range. But first, looking at the major economic events of the day at 5 p.m. South African time out of the United States, ISM Services PMI numbers coming out. Now remember, Friday we have NFP, so this will be a prelude to it. Now looking at the Forex symbols, the major pairs settle after retreating. Looking at the indices, the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ both retreat lightly. And looking at commodities, gold unchanged, while oil at the bottom of that range still. Looking at the stocks, Microsoft and Amazon retreat. And lastly, cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin unchanged for the day. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we could expect from today's trading. So welcome to summer trading. This is really summer trading at its finest. And we're looking at a 4-hour chart. We did retreat down to 106-ish level, 101.6-ish level on the Euro USD, and then bouncing off of it about 20 pips. And so I do expect somewhat on a further bounce here, maybe another 10 to 15 pips on the upside. That's not a lot. Okay, so don't take too much pressure on yourself to have to get into a position just because it's going to go another 10, 15 pips. Now looking at the Gbp Usd, also bounced a little bit more sharper and did bounce over 55 pips here to that 8-day moving average. Now it's using that and it's trading between these two levels, the 8-day and the 30-day moving average, but still has gotten consolidating and has strengthened itself as it's making its way back. So everything is trading in tandem. Also looking here at the Aussie USD after this massive sell-off, we see this bounce, but it still has way to go. I would give it somewhere where the 8-day moving average, that's ideally what I would like it to go, but it's still trading below 70, so that's something to consider. Now looking at gold, trading at 1766, really unchanged, trading sideways. If we look at oil, not trading much, but still hovering on that support level. Now once it does break the support level, 93, 90-ish level, then you could see it correct itself, maybe down to the low 80s as well. So not a big move, but enough of a move to give us a little bit of a retracement here and a little bit of a sell-off. Now looking at the big board, first looking at the Dow Jones here, we did sell off yesterday and we did retreat down to 32,471 from our high of 32,900. So that's about 400 pips, okay, altogether. But still, it's hard to say, okay? The markets did come up with positive news, but remember, the market's always looking forward into the next quarter. So if we're not going to get this follow through, we may get a sell-off as well. Now looking at the NASDAQ, also did retreat just a little bit to 12,927, but showing a little bit more strength than the Dow Jones. If we look at the individual stocks though, Apple did retreat yesterday to 159, and so did Microsoft down to 274 from 278. That is trading in quite a pattern, okay? It could consider this as a small support level, but does break lower, and we're going to see further sell-off as well. Now looking at Facebook, still hovering a low, that lows of 160, 159-ish, okay, not breaking out higher either. Now Amazon also did sell off here from 137 down to 134. That's a decent retracement there also if you look at Amazon, okay? You can see the Amazon sign right behind the chart, but that's still happening and it's still correcting itself. So we do have some space to really correct ourselves and fill in the gap, so to speak, here. Now lastly, looking at Bitcoin, trickling down, but really nothing to write home about, just within a very tight range of 300 to 400 points. Nothing really big for Bitcoin, but it's there, okay? There is significant resistance at 24,000, so if it does hover around that, you know, it doesn't break above it, it could develop into a nice retracement level on the downside. However, you know, just keep an eye on this because this could always take off. This did sell off last summer, so summer is not a good time for Bitcoin, but moving into September, we might see it reflourish again. This is Fred Razak, and I wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.